I want you to tell your seatmate, pinakamasarap maging scholar ng bayan ngayon. Come on, tell your seatmate. Okay. So does it feel relieving to hear that phrase? Did you feel comfort while your seatmate told that? So when you say you study in what are the usual things that comes after? People would usually brand you as someone who is all-knowing, a radical, even a rebel in some instance. But is it right for them to brand us like this? Is this stigma really for us? What is the real proper expectation of the people for UP students? People expect us to be leaders in our field, whether it be in the sciences or in business, while our university is our training ground. Whether it be academic or political leadership, UP is fully equipped for us to be leaders in our respective fields. Political leadership is best trained through our councils, our social constructs in UP, our organizations, our study sessions like this. And of course, we all have political ideologies. Here are, I'll give you a brief background of what we will learn and what are the political divides or political ideologies in UP for us to know more about what is the real stigma or what the society really expects us to have. We have the Reds, which are, we call the Stand UP. Stand UP believes in militant activism. They are the far radical side of UP. They believe that everything would be settled through militant response, activism, or they are the ones who really go out there and that. On the other hand, we have the blue, or the UP Alianza. They believe in multi-perspective activism, that everything can be resolved through administrative efforts. Propaganda. If you study the kasaysayan one, you would remember, or in PI 100, you would remember that they are the people who believe that everything can be settled through passing laws or reforms, or the propaganda people. The middle ground is Kaisa UP. They believe in inclusive activism, and they are the middle ground. So they believe that both are right, and our judgment should always be issue-based. Aside from that, UP has been always, the students of UP have always been, what do you call this? They have always been involved in national issues. For example, the picture on my background is a picture of UP Diliman during the first quarter storm, or before the first quarter storm started. The student council president of UP, which is President Jerry Barican, was involved in moderate revolts against the Marcos era and further led to the declaration of martial law. So ever since our kuyas and atas, or older brothers, fellow scholars ng bayan, have been involved in national issues in fighting oppression of the society. UP students have also been involved in national issues. So aside from martial law, they have also been involved in Hacienda Luisita. They were retaliating the oppression, the killing of the people, the injustice that was happening in the Hacienda. Aside from that, they were also pushing free education for all state universities and campuses. So here in my back is a proposal of the bill filed by San Lakas Martinez to further amend that 6% of our GDP should be allotted for education, and every state university or college would receive free education. So these ideas or these revolts are all led by UP students. They are all efforts of us towards uniting our country. But how? Are we really partaking with this nationalist education? Are we really following the steps? Are we really doing our best to be scholars ng bayan? Can we really say that this is the best time to be a scholar ng bayan? Education is really the key to social progress and social justice. We seek the highest form of education. And how? What do we do? What are the steps that we are doing in order to seek this highest form of education? We seek the highest form of education to educate others. We cannot give what we don't have. We cannot educate the people if we are not educated ourselves. We cannot tell others that do this if we ourselves cannot do it. If we are not capable. We must have the skills to identify social constructs and how they can affect social norms and equalities. The UP system has been known for teaching this type of nationalist education ever since. As you can see, our readings have been selected in order for us to think by ourselves and to know that the struggle of the people is the way on how we should interpret history. I will quote, I think in my previous subject, this was the chapter 1 by Renato Constantinos, the revisited past. He mentioned that history is not history if it's not written by the struggle of the people. So what matters the most is how we use the UP system of education or the education quality of UP in order to aid national development. Should we be part of this? The answer is not imposed. I'm not going to impose you guys with any answer now. I should go out there and rally. No, I am not going to impose that anymore. But I would let you think, what are you doing to repay the people? What are you doing to serve the people in terms of your educational status? Are your goals selfish? Do you think that you are just studying to attain a certificate? What is the reason for studying? The sympathy for the struggle of our ancestors in the hands of the colonizers are due to the taking advantage of the foreign invaders. The Filipinos were deemed stupid before. They were said that they cannot govern themselves, as judged by the Americans. But we must study, we must strive to be better. Because education is strength, education is a status. We would want to deny that. We would want to deny that education defines us. But what we have right now is our strength in telling others or in correcting others with love. What can you do to serve them? Before you are a servant, you're first a student. Your academic responsibilities are your primary method of serving the people. So before you are an activist, before you go out there, you must study first. Because that is already the way of serving the people. Do not be ashamed of the UP stigma. Take the stigma and make it self-relevant. Again, can you please say to your city, masarap ng UP scholar ng bayan nila?